Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Toon Talk Cassie, your favorite place for all things webcomic. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and show your girl some love. So before we get into the Remarried Empress episode 47 48, I wanted to come through here and to check out the comments that you guys left me on episode 45 and 46. Let's see. Alyssa Apple Pie Cookie, Rose, ooh, this wonderful person here, okay? This wonderful person said, don't spread your legs to a married man. You should be in this series. Oh, I should. Maybe one day I'll get a cameo in one of these series. Krista Watson said, I think that Alan genuinely cared for her. It did look like he felt for her, not in a loving way, but it looked like he felt bad. He even wanted her to see her child. I feel like Viscount honestly broke them apart with bluff and had pretend to kill the baby so Rashta and Island wouldn't have anything to do with each other. Or maybe Alan just pities her for not knowing about her living child. It could be either way with Alan, because right now, but I definitely, I'll bet anything on it, that Viscount played a huge part in Alan and Rashta's relationship ending. Whatever their relationship was and stuff like that, I believe he definitely played a major part in the way it ended. Last but not least, Onile underscore who, this wonderful person here said, I think she's faking it. I mean, this is Trashta we are talking about. Yeah, Trashta, the queen of garbage, the queen of the wasteland. That's what she is. That's what she really need to be, the empress of the garbage land of wasteland. Not no empress of no empire. That right there she can't handle. But the wasteland, the garbage dump, boo-boo, a crown of trash would be befitting for her little pretty self. I promise you guys, somebody make that happen. Draw a fan art and tag me on either Twitter or Instagram with Rashta as the empress of the wasteland, okay, with the garbage crown and everything. Do it, and I promise you I will put it up on YouTube. All right, then let's head to the episode right now though. All right, then, so here we are with episode 47. What is going on? Ow, my stomach. Liar. Breaches on fire. Kosar. Ooh, she's in pain. I don't know. Lady Rashta, let me go. I said, let me go. Listen carefully. If you run your mouth about how Navier is infertile and she'll need to raise your child one more time, I'll rip your tongue out. Ooh. Oh my. She is high-key scared. She is trembling. Oh my. I mean, she shouldn't have opened up her mouth about the Empress. She don't know. And it's very insensitive for you to come at a woman whether or not she is infertile. You shouldn't be throwing that in nobody's face, Rashta. That's just not cool. Is she asking me to help her? But the Imperial Doctor will be with her soon. And she has a lot of attendants helping her. There's really nothing I can do. What exactly did she want the Empress to help her? Like, how could the Empress help her? Did she want the Empress to run up to her and be like, oh, Rashta, are you okay when you started some mess? I mean, don't get me wrong, you pregnant and all. But you, as the person who is pregnant and carrying the baby, should be careful. You shouldn't be going around antagonizing and starting ish with people. Like, you didn't need to say that about the Empress. Neither did Koshan need to threaten to rip out your tongue, but two wrongs don't make a right, Rashta. Lady Rashta must get some rest. It is important to be very careful in the first trimester, and Lady Rashta was on the weak side even before her pregnancy. There's a chance that she might miscarry. Therefore, it's important that things like this do not happen in the future. Rashta, be careful what you say in front of Kosar. He has a fiery temper and easily becomes enraged. I'll order him not to approach you, but I don't know what he would do if he flies off the handle. What? Do you mean I should be careful of what I say? Yes. I heard from other people that you said some unpleasant things to the Empress too, like calling her infertile. No, that's not true, Your Majesty. Liar, liar. Pants on fire. Your breeches should catch on fire for sitting over here lying like this trash. Cannot believe she has the audacity to lie. That's not really true. The Empress said I was worthless first. Those words never came out of the Empress's mouth. Girl, you such a liar. The Empress is very careful about how she's perceived to others. Perhaps even too careful. Some might say, I don't believe she would do that. At least he knows that much. Okay, I mean, he knows a whole lot much, but at least he's willing to defend, the Empress on the fact that she would not say some ish like that. But great. Rashta, I've been told that the Empress mistress isn't a permanent position. What if the Emperor gets the wrong idea that I'm an awful person and starts hating me? You are an awful person, though, Rashta. I heard she was kicked out of the palace. It was very unfortunate. The late Emperor grew tired of her very quickly. What happens if I get kicked out of the palace? Will I be kicked out with the baby? With just a handful of coins to my name? No, they might take the baby from me. I might be the only one who is kicked out. Then the Emperor's brother or Viscount Landry or Viscount Lotusshoe might try to get revenge. Girl, you got a lot of people coming after you. The only person who can keep me and the baby safe is me. Okay, that's some cutthroat gangster mentality you got there, Rashta. It's gonna lead you down. That is the beginning of your downfall. I didn't tell the Empress that she's infertile. Liar. And even if my words were misinterpreted, I'm pregnant with Your Majesty's child. So he can't just shove me like that. Kassar shoved you? Yes, he didn't do it very hard. Is she really lying on him? Did she not learn her lesson from lying on, what's her name? Duchess Tuania? Huh? When Duchess Tuania home dude came and stabbed her? Did she not learn her lesson? Rashta, baby girl, you got a hard head. But he definitely did shove me. I received a general report of the incident from the people that were there, but they said that when they arrived, Rashta was already on the ground. If she had said that it was the Empress who pushed her, I would consider it slander. But if it's him, Marquise Carl, Corsar Liddell Trovi is to be banned from entering the palace until I say otherwise. But, Your Majesty, Lord Corsar is Her Majesty's brother and Duke Trovi's heir. That is why I was lenient in doling out his punishment. I'm sure he expected this much when he pushed her. Lord Corsar? Push Lady Rashta? Even this guy, even this Marquise dude is like, the fuck? That's what Rashta claims. It appears His Majesty does not trust Lady Rashta completely. As there was also that time he told me not to get rid of the report. That don't make no sense. If Sylvia Shue don't trust her, why is he making rash and big decisions based on what a liar is telling him? Huh? He obviously don't trust her, but yet he's doing this kind of stuff to hurt what, the Empress? That's just petty. Damn it! Damn them to hell! I understand that it's unfair, but you should be careful for the time being. You want me to walk on eggshells around that blasted creature? Have you heard the details of Duchess Tuania's divorce? That woman played a role in making that happen. She degraded up an old rumor about the Duchess and she maliciously fabricated it to make it worse. We shouldn't dismiss her as a mistress who climbed up the social ladder. She's quite smart and manipulative, but she's not that smart. You're giving her too much credit, Navier. You don't need to walk on eggshells around her, but there's no need to clash with her either. It makes no sense. If I had really pushed that woman, there's no way she'll escape without injuries. I saw what happened too. All you did was approach her with a scroll. Although most people would already scrape her in frights if they saw that. Father and mother lectured me as soon as I came to the capital. They begged me to be on my best behavior because Navier would be the one who would get hurt if I act impulsively. So I was careful. I was him being careful earlier? Okay. If that was Kassar being careful, we do not want to see him mad. But look what happened anyway. If that woman has a baby, she'll come after Navier one day. I need to strike first. Ooh. Even his friend is like, what do you mean strike? How are you going to do that when you can't even enter the palace? I need to find her weak spot. I may not be able to enter the palace, but my money and power can. And you can, too. You're dragging me into this? Of course. Oh, look just like the Empress. I did briefly ask around here and there while you were with Her Majesty. There's a rumor going around that she was actually a slave before coming to the palace. A slave? During the New Year's ceremony, someone called Viscount Lotusshoe blabbed that she was his runaway slave. But after he had an audience with the emperor, he changed his tune and said he mistook her. Can we not use that in some way? It's probably difficult because the emperor even intervened to bury the rumor. Let's decide how to use that weak spot later. Let's hire someone with this and order them to go in the palace. This is from Those gems were being collected by thieves, so even if we get caught, it would be hard to track down the owner. Got it. Oh, and there's something else. What else, Koshar? What else are you up to? Who is this Merlani woman? Where are we? Oh, okay, we are at Prince Henry's palace. We are in the Western Kingdom now, ladies and gents. She's the 12th potential candidate to become your queen that your highness would need to meet. Your highness, meet the candidates that may become your queen. Not Navier, not Navier. Nope, 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 nope. Sorry, ladies, all of you guys are absolutely beautiful, but none of you guys are Navier Trovi. Okay, the current empress of the Eastern Empire. So I'm going to have to ask you ladies to just exit to the left, please. Quickly. I don't want to see it no more. Quickly to the left. Isn't it time you gave up? I'll give up when you pick a partner. The sooner you make a decision, the better. That's true, because my sister-in-law is still in the picture. If I take too long, then it would be difficult for the new queen to change things at court the way she likes. By the way, why were you looking at the list of assets earlier? I was thinking of creating a new title for a knight. A title? I'll slap an oppressive name on it and give it to the most courageous and loyal knight. If I make the title look really desirable, then capable knights will be scrambling to compete to get that title. And as one of the requirements is loyalty, it would naturally be a benefit to me. The problem is how I'm going to make it look appealing. But I'm right, aren't I? You're not the queen anymore, Lady Krista. Huh? To be continued. Ooh, who is that talking to Krista? Who is that? Let's move on. Huh? Episode 48. Oh, there we go. My bad, let's go. You are not the emperor's mother, and you are young. So if you stay in the palace, the new empress will find it uncomfortable because you will continue acting like the queen. Lady Merlani, I must say, she is quite spirited, Your Highness. Please accept my apologies, but in order to recover the power that is vested in the Queen Dowager, we need someone who is bold like her. You need Navier. Dowager Queen and Lady Merlani. Your Highness, we should leave. I caught the tail end of your conversation, Lady Merlani. Oh, McKenna's like, bro, you just gonna bring that up? It was indeed a practical thing to be concerned about. But this isn't a matter you need to concern yourself with. Ooh, that was his way of saying you can also exit to the left. But I'm not gonna lie though, I see. Lady Merlane is cute. Let's go back to her real quick. She is adorable. You know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Ripley from The First Night with the Duke. And she also, her eyes reminds me of November from Unlovable Replacement. Don't believe me? Go check out those two series right now and you will see what I mean. She's adorable though. I like her. I hope she becomes friends with Navier because I would like to see more of Lady Merlane. Click, click, clack. Click, click, clack. Your Highness, I really... my boy's depressed. Can't believe you. It wasn't as if I could ask my sister-in-law to leave the room in that situation. Pout. Henry. I suppose it's too much to ask that you forget about Empress Navier. We do need to find a queen soon, but it's not so pressing that we need one in the next couple of days. There's the coronation to consider, as well as a lot of institutions that I want to restructure. Let's start with those things first. You'll have to go to war if you want her as your queen, Your Highness. Oh, this sounds like a Helena Troy type of situation. It's true that a war will break out at some point. But nobody in the kingdom will welcome a queen who was brought in that way. I wish your majesty were my queen. Oh, McKenna keeps nagging me to hurry up and find a queen, but it's not that easy. How nice it would be if you could be the queen of the Western Kingdom. Boy, he is laying it out there. He is letting her know exactly what he wants. Okay, Henry, do your thing, boy. Get your lady. I've noticed it with Queen too, but you're also quite fascinating because you seem so human. McKenna's like, don't touch me. Chirp, chirp. Like, no. Don't worry. I won't touch you. This side of him is completely different from Queen. There isn't much time until the coronation. I believe the Eastern Empire will also send a delegation. Could you please come as the head of the delegation? I think I can make that happen. Just in case you guys were a bit confused, that was a letter that Prince Henry basically had McKenna, the bluebird, deliver to Empress Navier. I hope she goes to the coronation. It is customary for a member of the imperial family to attend, after all. I'll try to arrange my schedule so I can go. Take this safely to him. It's cold. You miss the warmth that Henry provides. What's going on? Your Majesty! Your Majesty, an abortion pill was mixed into that woman's meal. Ooh. Are you talking about Rashta? Has this been verified? The Emperor called the doctor over just in case to examine her. It appears she had already ingested trace amount of it multiple times. How are Rashta and the baby doing? See, this is what I like about the Empress. She could say all the little slide thing that she wants to about the baby, but at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, the Empress cares. You know what I mean? She really don't want nothing bad to happen to that baby. The drug was used had only done minimal harm to the mother, so they say she is okay. The baby is a little weaker now, but so far the baby's also fine. Who would do such a thing? Was it someone I know? I hope not. If Soviet Shu thinks the same way, then who knows what he'll say to me this time. I hope he don't try to blame this on the Empress, but something in my gut is telling me that's exactly what Soviet Shu is going to do. And by the way, I just want to go ahead and say this real quick. I know we all feel some type of way about Rashta, but that baby is a trooper, okay? That baby is determined to come into this world like, hey world, look at me. That baby survived Rashta getting stabbed. That baby survived an abortion potion. Who knows, whatever else comes at Rashta's way, that baby is determined by all means necessary to make it into this world. Well, into the fictional world of this story. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Baby Rashta is pretty cool. I like that. I like a little fighter. You know. And like I told you guys already, I am a sucker for some babies. I ain't got no beef with Rashta's babies. None of them. Not her firstborn and not her secondborn. Still, let's not feel hurt by it. That's low-key sad. That the Empress is saying let's not feel hurt by it, like she's preparing herself emotionally and mentally for Soviet Shu to blame her for something she had absolutely nothing to do. That's sad. That is so sad. Although I steeled myself, Soviet Shu did not call on me. Not once. Not even on the day I was to dine with them. Your Majesty, His Majesty, still hasn't said anything. I thought it was odd he didn't come over to blame me in person, but it would appear that he's already been pinning the blame on me in his mind. Oh, wow. Her eyes, she looks so sad. Why does Soviet Shu blame me for everything bad that happens to Rashta? Because it's the Empress's fault. What? That's what he said. He's really blaming her. You guys, I'm just so... I don't even have the energy for me to get mad at him. I'm just so tired of Soviet Shu. I'm just so tired. Marquise Farland is Koshar's closest friend, and Koshar is a troublemaker who would do anything for his sister. Marquise Farland did buy the drug, but I doubt that Her Majesty was directly involved in this. Look at him. Even he is tired of Soviet Shu's bullish. His face right now is a reflection of all of us who is reading this series and who is just tired of this man blaming the Empress for breathing. Look, the Empress breathed. Rashta falls. It was the Empress' fault. It was the Empress' fault. That's Soviet Shu. But I'm sure she said some awful things about Rashta. Do you really think that a woman of her intellect couldn't predict what Koshar would do if she said something to him? I think I'm showing a lot of restraint for not laying down in order to drag in Koshar and torture him until he gives up the truth. Your Majesty, if this is weighing on your mind, then it's not too late to let Her Majesty in. I can return later. I'm sure she has already left. Did you see her leave? No, but it's the Empress we're talking about. She doesn't do anything that will hurt her pride. Her standing by your side and continuing to be a wife to you, buddy, is hurting her pride. So, yeah. Then, why don't you go to the Western Palace, Your Majesty? I'm too angry for that. I'm tired. Do you want to go on a walk? Tired of what? Her self-issue. Tired of blaming somebody who had absolutely nothing. Yes, even if Koshar did do it, Navier never once spoke ill of Rashta. It's like you don't even have the compassion to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, it just breaks my heart for Navier. I know she's a fictional character, but to deal with the husband like that. I thought you had left. I thought that was what you wanted. And so I decided to wait for you instead. You never cease to surprise me, whether it's the recent incident involving Rashta or what you just did now. And you're the same as ever, Your Majesty, both in terms of how you feel about Rashta or even at this very moment. I don't think you're in a position to be so haughty. After all, I'm choosing to ignore the serious crime your brother committed. Is that why you've been ignoring me, and also why you refused to see me just now? It's because I'm trying to hold back, but I won't be able to do that if I see you. So I suppose you don't think your brother is the one behind this. Then I suggest you find out who is responsible for lacing Rashta's food with the abortion drug. I'd like you to carry out a thorough investigation, and if your brother was really the one behind this, then I expect you to come to apologize in person. I am hoping that her brother was not involved. Trina T said, "The lion, the witch, and the audacity of the pit." Ooh. Sakul.WeTook said, "And I expect you to come apologize in person. Who does that bastard think he is? The king of the world?" He's swooping to the level of a peasant. Navier, you deserve so much better, honey. Maybe Prince Henry? Oh, she's going to get better real soon. Real soon, she's going to get better. I'm hoping it's really soon. I don't know how soon. But yeah, she definitely do deserve better. In the whole entire, I expect you to come apologize in person. Navier, for what? He's on some ego trip. That is what Soviet Shoe is on right now. An ego trip. Navier didn't say anything. She didn't dismiss the fact that it may or may not have been her brother. Okay? He didn't even give her a chance to say anything in regards to the situation. He's already projecting guilt onto her. Let's continue. Zukud, who said, "I appreciate the fact that Kosar loves his sister and is willing to do anything for her not to get hurt. But after all, his action will make Navier take the blame. And I hate that bastard telling her that he expects an apology. Like, what the..." Yeah, like his action, him doing that, Kosar. Whew, I wish he would have just listened to his sister. But brothers have a way to just doing whatever they feel like they gotta do to protect their little sister. But nonetheless, I'm just like, sorry, you're actually bringing more trouble to the Empress. You're not really helping the situation. And did he really think, you know, his sister would be okay with him forcing somebody to have an abortion? Like, that's just not cool, Kosar. I mean, for me personally, he took it too far with trying to force an abortion. That's not on you. You don't get to play God. You don't do that. Okay? And you don't get to make that decision for Rashta. That's on Rashta, and that's on, you know, God. But that's not on you, Kosar. You don't have that kind of power. Zeta Lynn said, yes, she needs to apologize to you for how her brother treated the mistress you have been putting above your own wife. That is definitely something she would need to apologize for. Ooh, the sarcasm in this, Zeta. Some are sarcasm. This wonderful person, Electrin BLB, said, I hope I don't get hate for this, but I can't really blame Soviet Shoe for the way he's acting right now, especially for the severity of the crime. He could have locked up or executed Korsar if he wanted to, but chose to let Navier lead an investigation. It doesn't excuse him for the other things he's done, but I definitely understand where he's coming from in this type of situation. I have to agree with you, like, because there is a strong possibility. I mean, we haven't had it proven yet, but there is a strong possibility based on what we saw that Koshar may have played a part in Rashta's abortion scare. And that is still the Emperor's first child. And like I said, Koshar doesn't have the right for him to force anybody to have an abortion. The only problem we have with Soviet Shoe is the fact that he is automatically blaming the Empress. And I can understand that also. It is like I don't know how to explain it. But it's like the Emperor knows. I mean, but this is what communication. If he would just talk to the Empress, he would know that the Empress would never order her brother to do something like that. You know? So, yeah. Yeah, and I understand he's probably feeling very hurt that, somebody made an attempt to take his first child's life. Like I'm talking about, that's his baby. Whether or not that is really Soviet Shoe's child, because there's been some theories thrown out there that the baby may or may not be his. I don't know. Okay, child, I do not know. But nonetheless, him giving Navier an opportunity for her to investigate, I think it's probably one of the nicest things he can do in this situation, because instead of him just taking in, his BS, whatever, imagination, and throwing Kasar in jail and mistreating him and stuff like that until he is forced to tell the truth, he is taking what I consider the lesser approach. At the same time, he doesn't have to belittle the Empress in order for him to get her to put two and two together that her brother, is foul for what he did. So, yeah. So, yeah, well, like somebody said, you know what I mean? It's understandable, but he doesn't have the right to treat the queen that way, you know what I mean? She's not responsible for anyone's action. And so it's like, yeah, like I said, it's a better way, but he is giving her a chance to basically either clear her brother's name or admit that her brother did it. I'm really hoping Kosar did not play a part in this, because I would like for Navier to find who is really responsible, and then when she do find that out, she can come to Soviet Shoe and be like, I demand an apology from you, Your Majesty. And I just want to see Soviet Shoe's dumb face when he realized that he was once again wrong for blaming the Empress or her brother for some ish that happened to Rashta. So that's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed. Well then guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I already shared a lot of my thoughts throughout this series, as you guys can see. And I just want to go ahead and apologize. I do get very passionate when I am reading this soon. And sometimes, I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. The stuff that comes out of Sylvia Shu's mouth just gets under my skin. It just grates me. If he was a real life person, if he was a real man, a 3D person, flesh and bone in front of me, let's just say, you guys, yeah, it wouldn't be a good day for him. So, because he just, he grates on my nerves so much. And so I tend to get very heated and passionate when it comes to him. So I just can't help it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, especially on everything that's going on whether or not you believe Koshal had a part in the abortion attempt, how Sylvia Shu is projecting guilt onto Navier. I mean, did nobody tell him innocent until proven guilty? What proof do you have that Navier had anything to do with that? Huh? Let me know your thoughts also on Prince Henry. He is making some bold moves in that letter. He is putting it out there, talking about, I wish you could be my queen. I need you to come see me, come to my coronation. I'm like, he is putting it down. Okay. Well, I look forward to reading your comments. You guys like the video. If you like it, be sure to check out the description box down below if you want to go ahead and read further ahead. On the app, okay, you can go ahead and download the app to read this series. And on there, you can read further ahead. They have what they call fast pass episodes. And fast pass episodes are up to, like, I believe 3 to 4 weeks ahead of the current episode. So if you want to read a little bit ahead, get a little bit of juice, get yourself a little bit of tea, do that, come back and let me know. Don't let me know, don't give me no spoilers, but give me a little bit of hint of what's going on. Steer your girl in the right direction. All right then, like, you guys can let me know the baby's gonna survive. I'm really hoping. I low-key want that baby to survive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? I just can never be mad or mean or malicious or anything at a baby. It's a baby. It's like, come on, the baby didn't do nothing. I may not like the parents, but babies are always innocent, and Cassie don't beef with no baby. All right, then that's just me. So yeah, so you guys can let me know stuff like that. And last but not least, if you made it this far and you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Toon Top Mafia Gang Squad. I drop new videos all the time, you guys. You guys don't want to miss out. Every subscriber is a step towards us getting this channel up and popping, so we can go ahead and start working next on the animation studios. All right then, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Every time you watch a video, like or comment, I'm like, oh, look at you guys, look at my friends, look at my community. I truly do appreciate you guys. So much love sending your way, because you guys know it's a little love holiday for those of you guys who do celebrate it that's taking place. And so I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.